And we are back at Martha's Vineyard. And we've learned a couple of things. Everyone hates Jasmine, and you can't trust a pretty boy like Alex. Trifling ass. Hey, what's up and hello? This is the Chris Nicole giving you my views on life, love, and the world of entertainment through my eyes. And this is my review on Summer House, Martha's Vineyard, Season 2, Episode 1, Old Vineyard, New Drama. So we see our very own Dorothy and Toto, Bria and Milo enter the house, the new upgraded house. And I'm happy to see Milo. Not really Bria, but I'm happy to see Milo. I'm happy to see that he's still in good spirits, good health, and is still a spoiled little dog. And then Jasmine enters the house without Silas. Thank God. And Jasmine is ready for the turn up. Silas is deployed. He is in Eastern Europe, if I'm not mistaken. So I guess without Silas, we're going to see the real Jasmine this season. I hope. So next, we have Jordan and Summer, and they are making their way to the house. And we find out that Jasmine and Jordan aren't close anymore and haven't talked since last summer. Jasmine claims she doesn't understand why they're not close anymore, but Jordan makes it very clear in her confessional and also talking to Summer that she feels Jasmine is a fake heifer and she doesn't know who she is, and maybe she never knew Jasmine. And it's hard to fix a problem when you don't know what the problem is. I think low key, Jordan was saying Jasmine puts on for the cameras. Shanice is there and enters the home, and the first thing she does is take off her clothes. Typical Shanice. At least she didn't show us, the top part like she did last season, but she definitely wanted to make sure that she only had a two-piece on, all right? So, Alex, the pretty boy, the noob, he walks in, and immediately we see that Summer is uncomfortable when he enters that house. And I said immediately, child, they done have freaky tales. Something happened. So we find out that they were hanging out. Hanging out. Alex says hi to Summer, and Summer ignores him. And I said, oh boy, this is where the drama's gonna be. So my favorite, Preston, comes in, and he is still my fave. And pretty much Preston, Shanice, Jordan, and Summer went to Jamaica, and Jasmine wasn't invited. And Jasmine is giving this look like, what the hell is going on? And I'm sorry, that's messed up. Like, I don't know. I keep forgetting, like, how was I in my 20s and in my early 30s? You know what? Yeah, I could see that happening in my early 20s, late 20s, early 30s, possibly how you just avoid talking to that person you're having conflict with, but not inviting them to a Jamaica trip. That's interesting. But let me move on. So Amir has a girlfriend named Natalie, and I think that's good for him because I honestly think the girls in the house was out of his league. And it's no shade. I'm just saying that they just mentally and so many other things, like they just were not evenly yoked. They weren't on the same level at all. And Nick, and I'm sorry you guys, I just don't understand his outfits. Maybe when it comes to men, I'm not fashion forward, but these high freaking waist training type of looking what the hell does he have on? What is this? And maybe because I'm from California and I'm used to Dickies, Chucks, I don't know, but just men where I'm from are not high fashion like this. It just looks weird. Is it just me? I don't know. It's just, I mean, the other guys, they seem to be fashion forward, but they dress normal. I don't get it. He looks like Urkel. Let me move on, damn it. So Nick is there. And clearly, he can't turn up like he was trying to turn up last season because he was exposed last year that he has a girlfriend. We have a new girl in the house, and her name is Noelle. We see Noelle, and of course, she is beautiful like everyone else in the house. She has part of the Black Bougie Starter Pack. And what is the Black Bougie Starter Pack? Well, for us, you have attended a historical Black college or university, you're Greek, and you have a professional career. Now, I would say most of them don't give me vibes that they went to a historical Black college or university, but we know half of them in the house are Greek and they have professional careers. And I believe Noelle is an IT specialist or she works in IT. She is a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, and she lives in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn. And trust me, that is no longer the hood. Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn, I think average rent now is about, I don't know, hell, $3,000 a month. She is a Southern Belle from Atlanta, Georgia, child. So another AT alien. And of course, Alex. That's the first person he asks about, is Noelle. So we know he's on the prowl. So we find out that Alex is a proud F-boy. And this is the same guy who said last season he found his zen in meditation because he was out of control, having freaky tales all over the place. He found yoga. Child, I knew that was game. I knew that was game. It's clear he gave us the F-boy speech. Alex, Alex, Alex. Seems to me, in my opinion, once he got what he wanted from Summer, he ends up doing what he's always done, which is continued his F-boy routine. So we also find out that Preston's father passed. And the funeral was the next day, but Preston wasn't close to his father. He said he last saw his father when he was in middle school and after he graduated from law school. But Preston admitted that he was cruel to his father because he felt his father wasn't being genuine on his reason for wanting to connect with Preston. He said that his father's side of the family has been cruel to him and his sisters, and they didn't want to include him or them, I guess, in the planning of the funeral. And Preston breaks down, and I was like, oh no, like, he just seems like such a sincere guy. I love his energy. So when he kind of breaks down, it makes me sad. But he said that he just really needs a lot of support from his friends right now. So first things first, who in the hell told Bria it's cool to put 2 containers of Old Bay in a damn pot of seafood? All I saw and heard was high blood pressure. You don't need that much damn Old Bay spice. Of course, Jasmine, while they're cooking, wants to be nosy and asks Noelle if she's checking for someone. And Noelle, of course, says Alex and says that she has seen Alex around Brooklyn. She was told by Summer that they just went on a date and it was nothing. And Shanice in her confessional is like, you, Noelle, may want to talk to Summer. And I agree because Summer's energy is just too strong to not care about that man. So at the Lobster Fest, they asked Jasmine about why she doesn't want to drink. And she claims she wanted to get clarity. She kind of wanted to cleanse herself. And somebody said, oh, I thought it was because you was pregnant. And she's like, no. But we find out that she was pregnant and she just recently had her son in February. So congrats to her. And I guess Silas, since the baby is named after him. I just don't like that man. I don't. I think he's full of it, but let's move on. The drama hits when Jordan asks Alex about why he only invited certain people to his event. In other words, Jordan and Summer didn't get an invite. And Summer immediately wants to give Alex the evil eyes. And I said, oh, well, Jordan and Summer decided to tag team Alex in this. And Summer was like, I wasn't invited and you knew I was in New York. And Bria, child, when Bria gets involved, you already know what's going to happen. Bria is like, well, I was invited to Alex's event. And she was like, but Summer, you and Jordan went out to dinner and I wasn't invited. And they were like, we just went to the steakhouse. We went to dinner. She was staying with me. He had a full on production event that is totally different. But of course, Bria loves to start with the arguments. And Preston was over it and was like, what the F is happening right now? And then he's like, oh my gosh. And Bria, in true fashion, is like, well, Preston, if you want me to leave, I'll leave. But baby, Preston wasn't having it, and Preston goes off, and he is like, why does everything have to be an argument, and it always has to be drama? And so at that point in his confessional, he said, I'm a Pisces. If you want to make a dramatic scene, I'll make it a movie. And I said, that is true Pisces behavior. And he's like, look, I don't give a damn, Bria. Take your ass in the house. I'ma enjoy these crab legs, ho. Have a good night. And Bria gets her counseling session from Summer and then comes back and says, Preston, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Preston. Bria, I mean, she's good entertainment. She acts like a 5-year-old, but she's good entertainment. So Summer's like, okay, forget all of that drama with Bria. I want to finish the conversation. Why didn't you invite me, Alex? Why didn't you invite me? And she's like, I feel you're lying to me. You didn't invite Jordan, who lives in New York, and you didn't invite me, the person you were inside of. I knew it. I knew it. She said, you were inside of me and you didn't invite me to your event. I said, well, damn. In my opinion, she said that because she wanted to mark her territory. She feels used, she feels played, and she wants everyone to know. And she low-key doesn't want Noelle to like him. As much as she says she doesn't care, oh yes, she cares. And of course, Alex is the type who is awkward in conflict, but he's also the F-boy type who creates the conflict. So Alex, to get the heat off of him, is like, well, why are you so concerned about me not inviting you when you haven't invited Jasmine to a lot of events? And I was like, bravo, Alex. Bravo. Bravo. Great way to get the heat off of you. So then now it becomes about Jasmine and the group, and especially Jasmine and Jordan. So Jasmine confronts Jordan about, how they haven't been close and how she's talked to some of them. In my opinion, though, I feel like a lot of them don't care for Jasmine. Unless Jordan planned every event, they showed Jamaica. I think they showed a Polo Classic. I believe they showed another event. If Jordan plans all of those, I could see that. But for some reason, I feel like they're all a part of this group text and they all go to events and they all don't include Jasmine. So I have a feeling it's a situation where a lot of them don't really care for her, in my opinion. A lot of things are not being said, and I want to know the 411 on why they don't really care for Jasmine. But that's the feelings that I'm getting. So then they go to this boat, and I'm sorry, they were sitting on this net twerking, and I be damned if I am twerking or sitting on any net that literally has the ocean right underneath. Hell to the nah, not me. But with that being said, Jasmine pulls Jordan to the side and pretty much wants to know what's going on with them, and how Jordan says, look, I didn't trust what I was seeing and what I was feeling, and because of that, I pulled away. And I used to be that way. I myself used to be that way. And sometimes I'm still that way, depending on the situation, because I'm trying to see if it's just me or what's going on. But to not invite her to any of the events, Jordan, I don't know about that. But then again, like I said, in my 20s, I don't know. Because, you're still trying to figure yourself out. So I could see them being petty like that. I feel it's petty to not invite her to anything. But that's why I say it has to be a bigger issue than just her and Jordan. And Jordan says, I wasn't getting the authentic you. It didn't feel authentic. And, while Jasmine is talking to Jordan, Jordan just seems like she's there, but she's not there. And I don't know if it's because the cameras are there. I think that she feels like she may want to have a conversation heart to heart without the cameras to really talk to Jasmine, the person that she knows off camera, because she just looks like she was going through the motions, like, okay, and cut. Like, are we done with this scene? And she wanted to keep it moving. Alex and Summer talk, and she says, look, when two people have freaky tales, there should be a certain love that you have for one another. And of course, Alex gets an allergic reaction almost hearing the word love. And he's like, that's a reach. But I knew what she was trying to say. Friends with benefits. We have respect for each other. Invite me to your events. But again, Alex is an F boy. He got what he wanted. And at the end of the day, things between him and Summer, once he got what he wanted, and not to mention, he also said he wanted things to be private. That is usually a sign of, I don't want my business out there because I am playing the field. I honestly think that Summer felt like she had a spiritual connection with Alex. And that was just game for Alex. All that meditation and all of this stuff and becoming one, all of that, in my opinion, is game. And she fell for it, and she had higher expectations. And she even said that. She said, I had, I guess, different expectations, and that's not your fault. And for that, I'm sorry. She got feelings for him. Alex seems like the type he will be playing the field for a very, very long time. It's just, it is what it is. Now, the question is, how is this going to be with Noelle, Alex, and Summer in the house? That's going to be interesting. So that is my review on Summer House Martha's Vineyard Season 2, Episode 1. I would give it a solid B. I think it was a good episode, but what do you guys think? Please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you on my next video. Toodles!